Hello friends, Happy New Year. This is the Sun Woman and this is your New Year's 2018 Love Tarot reading for love and relationships, focusing on Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this reading. Thank you so much everyone who has supported the channel in 2017. Thank you for liking and sharing, subscribing to the channel. Thank you for following me on Facebook. If you would like a quick and fast reading, I'm now on Instant Go, so take a look at the video that I uploaded with more information about Instant Go. If you would like a full-length reading for your 6-month or general or love, please contact me at my website for more information on that. And also, if you have been inspired by the channel, if you've received any insight or clarification for anything going on in your life, consider a donation to the channel. I thank those who have already donated. Thank you for supporting the community and for helping me to continue to provide free content for the Sun Woman community. So thank you again. I wish you joy. All right, Scorpio, this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What are the messages? We're concentrating on love and relationships for 2018. What are the messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign for 2018? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What are your love and relationship messages for Sun, Moon, and Rising for 2018? What are the messages for my Scorpios? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here we go. One more shuffle. Yep, that's it. Okay, whoops. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Okay, good. All right, so the first card represents the main theme of this new year. So you have the Page of Pentacles here. Many of you are holding on to something very tightly. So it could be someone, could be a relationship. Maybe this is a situation that you need to evaluate to see if perhaps you're holding on to it only for security reasons, or because you're familiar with this person, familiar with the situation. For some of you, maybe this is a relationship where you have financial investments together, or a home or family, or you are invested on more than an emotional level here, and you are reluctant to let go because of those investments. Some of you could be very focused on your finances and really, only focusing on that to the deficit of your actual emotional life, your romantic life. So let's see what's going on with that Four of Pentacles for the new year. The second card, and I'm reading these cards right side up, the second card is the departing energies from last year, from 2017. So you have the Justice card here. Okay, some of you may have been dealing with a Libra person. Some of you may have been dealing with financial, or with legal issues. Okay, maybe some of you were recently divorced in 2017, or you filed for divorce and that process is still going on. I really feel that whatever the situation is, you have brought things to balance. Justice has been served, or is in the process of being served in your life, in order to rebalance your emotional situation. With the Four of Pentacles, there could be some financial considerations that you are still working out. So perhaps some of you have been dealing with a legal situation, a legal separation or a divorce, and you're still working out the financial aspects of that. Okay, and that may extend through the year. All right, the next card we have would represent what you're going to be expressing this year regarding love and relationships. So we have the Four of Swords. So very possible some of you may be recovering from an emotional relationship. If you have been going through a separation or a divorce, you're going to be in recovery mode. You're going to be pulling back, detaching yourself, really spending time alone and refocusing, figuring out how you want to move forward in your life. Some of you may detach yourself from a partner. If this is not a separation, you may just want to spend more time alone contemplating what your next moves are. And so this 2018 may be that type of rest, recuperation from a difficult year, perhaps in 2017, and now you're recovering from that, okay? And that's, the Four of Swords is a healing card. So the Four of Swords definitely represents allowing yourself that period to, to focus on healing your mind, your body, your heart, your soul, and not being afraid to pull yourself away from the outside world in order to regain, replenish your strength on whichever level that is. All right, the next card are future opportunities coming in. So this is the Three of Swords. Not the easiest card, but what this may mean is that you are finally making a decision to cut ties with someone, or to end a situation that has caused you heartache and caused you, pain. Some of you may be ending a situation where there are 3 people involved. All right, you may be walking away from that type of situation. Maybe that may have been the reason for a divorce or a legal separation, that there could have been another party involved. And so in this year, you are extricating yourself from a situation that you don't need to be in, okay? That you are you are not receiving your fair, you're not receiving fair actions and fair treatment, okay? So let's see what else is going on here. The obstacles that you'll be dealing with, or that will be coming up, is the Page of Cups. All right, so the Page of Cups could be water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and for some of you, if you have children and you are going through some type of legal situation, the obstacle may be here, how do we now create a stable life for our child? How do we make sure that we prioritize our children's feelings and needs despite what's going on around us or with us as a couple in a relationship? Some of you may be finding that you are meeting someone in the new year who has children, okay, from a previous relationship, and their children may pose a bit of an obstacle as far as moving forward or progressing in the relationship, because you do have to take into consideration this other person or these other people that are dependent on your potential love interest, okay? So the next card talks about how you can go about dealing with those obstacles. Well, here's the Page of Pentacles. So very interesting. You have Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles talks about building or beginning something that is tangible, something that is practical, building a foundation, starting fresh, starting new, seeing something as a blessing. Okay, so it's very possible that if this is a situation where there are children involved, you can contribute to that environment, or you have something to contribute that could be beneficial to your partner's children. All right, maybe some of you are providing, if these are your children, and this resonates with you, you could be providing support or needing to provide more support for your kids. The card that would talk about how to achieve your ultimate dreams in love, well, we have the Tower here. So there's definitely a shakeup that is going to be required here, and there are people involved here that you are going to have to take into consideration. And with the Tower energy, you also have the Temperance at the base of the deck. So with the Temperance card here, there's going to be a strong need to maintain balance. Whether you look at the Temperance card or you look at the Justice card, we're definitely talking about balance and need to control your temper, control your emotions, control your reactions to situations. Temperance card comes up when you may be dealing or faced with a difficult situation that's going to require you to really keep your wits about you, okay? To really maintain control of your environment. You may be dealing with people who are going to trigger you on some level and test your patience. So Temperance is telling you, make sure that you are, keeping control of yourself, keeping balance in yourself so that you can balance out whatever this situation is that you're dealing with. You can provide a healing energy, okay? A healing, and this also, Temperance can talk about mediation. People that come into a situation to to weigh both sides of whatever that situation is and try to find a happy medium. So some of you may be requiring that kind of outside or external intervention in this situation. The Four of Pentacles is definitely creating some type of foundation or creating a base to work from. So one of the messages I'm getting here is that for some of you, there may be a separation in 2018 where you will need to either move from where you're living, find a new home, a new apartment, new house, new residence. So you may need to hold on to your finances and be very careful about putting money together and not spending in order to save those resources that you may have to spread in different areas in order to reestablish yourself, in order to provide support perhaps for family situation. If you have children, there you may have to provide support for a legal situation. So some of you may be hiring an attorney or hiring a mediator or a relationship, a marriage counselor, or someone, an outside influence that's going to come in and help you resolve issues here if you run into them with the Three of Swords here, okay? The Tower, yes, it is a card that definitely talks about the need to break situations down in order to rebuild. So, often the Tower can represent something that comes in very quickly into your life, destabilizes your life, shakes things up, rocks the foundation of what you were at one time very attached to, or something that you thought would last forever. You are shown, or you are brought, a situation is brought to you where you realize that maybe it was not built on the strong foundation that you were hoping for. But with the Tower card here coming up as an advice card, basically, as to how to achieve your goals and dreams, what I feel is that the Tower is saying you should not be afraid to end something, to perhaps destabilize yourself temporarily so that you can rebuild on a strong foundation, okay? Rebuild something that is going to last. And that may also refer to ending a relationship or ending a situation so that you can clear the decks and start fresh this year, okay? So who do we have here? Well, we have Scorpio, which is you. We have Temperance, which could represent Sagittarius. We have Justice card here, which could be Libra influences. All the signs are here. Page of Cups, Water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Page of Crystals, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So really there is a mixed energy as far as potential people that could be involved here. I'm being drawn to take the card that's under the deck here, and you're actually the only sign that I'm drawn to do that for. The Chariot is here. So the Chariot says that you are going to make progress. You are going to be victorious regardless of what is shaken up, whatever turmoil, whatever, emotional imbalance that happens in your life. And as much juggling and balancing and keeping things on an even keel that you may have to do, you have the ability to do that, Scorpio, and to be successful, not just for yourself, but to all who are involved in this situation. The Chariot also can talk about travel. It can definitely talk about, it is another balance card. So you have in the traditional deck, you have the rider or the chariot, the charioteer, who is driving those two horses. One is the yin, one is the yang, or the bad, good, opposite, the opposites of the scale, and he is using all his power and his strength to maintain balance, to keep the cart right side up, and not allowing those horses to run off and wreak havoc, or run off in different directions and overturn that cart. You currently have very powerful astrological influences. You have the planet Mars, which is drive, courage, willpower, energy. You have Mars in Scorpio, and you also have Jupiter, the planet of luck, in your sign for the next year. And so probably in the next 10 months, it's a few months that Jupiter moved into Scorpio. It was in October. So with that, know that you have all of this tremendous planetary energy that is rooting for you and that is supporting you, okay? More about that, I'm just going to pull a major arcana here for you. What is the major arcana message from Spirit for Scorpio? What is the message for Scorpio? The major arcana message. And you already have, the Tower, Justice, the Chariot, Temperance here. So there's a lot of powerful spiritual energy here that is trying to create change, but also support you in that change, okay? 2 cards. I'm going to take the top card, and okay, beautiful. We have the Guidance card. Now, guidance here is actually the Hierophant. Okay, this is the Hierophant. So guidance representing, gaining not just guidance from your own higher self as to how to maintain structure, how to maintain a stable situation in your life, but also the potential of bringing people in that can help you, be counsel to you, be guides for you. The Hierophant can represent counselors on any level. So it can be, as I said, mediators, relationship counselors, marriage counselors, family counsel. It can be attorneys. It can be, people who have knowledge and wisdom who can help you wade through all of this that may be going on. The Hierophant also is asking you to create a stable environment, create a stable situation. Focus on things that are not going to disappear tomorrow. This is the institutions. This could be the institution of marriage we're talking about here. This could be the institution of a major a major thing like the church. Some of you could be gaining counsel from a priest or a rabbi or a spiritual guide who will help you through all of this. So it's a very strong card, and also I'm being led to tell you that you need to do whatever you can to maintain a structured environment. If there are children involved here, you have to work very hard in order to make sure that they remain stable and secure. in the midst of what may be a disruptive situation, okay, for their own mental, spiritual, emotional well-being. Make sure that you are using this Hierophant energy to maintain that balance for the people that you are, responsible for, okay? And again, with Jupiter in Scorpio, that Jupiter can bring about legal situations. When Jupiter's in your sign, though, there is a very good probability that any legal case will be resolved in your favor, or at least in a very fair and just way, that you will, get pretty much what you want out of the situation, and that you will be looked upon in a positive light. So if you are worried or concerned about any kind of legal situation that's going on, make sure that you're getting the best counsel, the best help, and as a result of that, you may find that you have the strongest case, or you are presenting the best argument in your situation, and as a result of the work that you put in, you will, you'll have a positive outcome with that, okay? But definitely you're being called to give yourself space to recover and to recuperate and to regenerate from whatever you have been going through, and make sure that you are, again, maintaining balance in your financial situation, so that you're not dealing also with financial stress in the midst of, anything else that may be going on an emotional level. The Tower is going to come in order to help you clear the decks and give you new space, as I said, in order for something new and aligned with your emotional journey to come into your life. So have faith in that. And again, balance, keeping things on an even keel, keeping control of your internal and external is going to be very important for you, Scorpio. But you have the power. I mean, the force is with you. Mars and Jupiter, you couldn't have more powerful allies in the heavens than Mars and Jupiter in your sign, okay? And don't be afraid to fight for what you believe in. Mars is there to help you fight. That's that Martian energy, to fight for what you believe in and to fight for your rights. Fight for your rights, okay? And you'll be successful. What is the universe has your back cards here? I have for your affirmation for 2018. What is Scorpio's affirmation for love 2018? Scorpio's love affirmation. Scorpio's love affirmation for 2018. Oh, we have 3 cards here, but I'm going to take the one off the top. Oh, wow, okay. This is beautiful. All right, so your message from Spirit is, I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. That's beautiful. Look at the third eye there. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. So, a lot of people, people who are on a spiritual journey believe that we make choices before we incarnate in our lifetimes to come to this earth, this existence again, in order to work through the lessons that we need to work through our karma, work through those, through our relationships, through the situations that we find ourselves in. We make that decision before we come here, before we're born into this life. And and so whatever difficulties or stresses, or painful situations that you may experience, or that you may have experienced or may experience in this year, allow yourself to see it from a detached perspective, if at all possible. Now, you are a very powerful, emotional water sign, Scorpio, and it's not easy for you to detach. Usually, once you detach from something, it's because you're absolutely finished with it or with someone else. And then you can detach to the point of that person or that situation never existed, okay? You cut it cold. So as you're working through whatever this is that the tower is sweeping in and maybe sweeping out of your life, allow yourself, to be in the frame of mind that I needed to learn something through this experience. I may have chosen this experience to go through. What is the lesson? What is the lesson that I need to learn now in 2018 so that I will never ever have to repeat it again, either in this lifetime or in the next, if you are to, incarnate again. So try to look at things from that perspective. And the Spirit is saying that you're here to get closer to love. Well, something in what you are going to be dealing with in this year is going to push you closer to love, a better understanding of it, the ability to manifest it, the ability to draw it in, to draw that person, that experience, that love in. And whatever you're experiencing is going to sweep away what is blocking you or preventing you from getting closer to love in whichever way that you are hoping for or that you desire, okay, on this journey, on this spiritual journey. All right, Scorpio, so this has been your reading. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Please contact me for a private reading if you are interested in knowing more about your personal journey for 2018. I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy. And as always, I bid you namaste.